Hello everybody and welcome to the Real Tarot 1123. I had done a video recently, maybe a week or a couple of weeks ago, regarding Suzanne Morphew case Barry Morphew, and it's such an unfortunate incident. So I did get some messages from some viewers who had seen the video. Thank you all. And I had also said that I did not know what Suzanne Morphew's middle name was. And one of the viewers kindly sent me that information as well as her date of birth. So if I'm correct, it is April 30th, 1971, correct? So unless I made a mistake and anybody else has information that is any different, let me know. Based upon that, I've done a couple of things. I have done a little research as far as numerology is concerned. And I will do another reading as promised with regards to this whole case. I just had a medical situation that I had to take care of, so I was out for a week or so. Anywho, I'm up and about and ready to go. One thing I have to say for legalities, disclaimer, this is for entertainment purposes only, okay? I just have to throw that out there to cover my base, right? The intention of doing these videos, and yes, I'm going to do another video, I'm going to do a video for Maya Millete and also for Eco Michelle Lloyd. I'll post those as well shortly. And the premise of doing this is hopefully something will come of this, hopefully some information will come to light, what's hidden will come to light, and these beautiful women will be brought back home. That's the intention. I mean, other than that, I don't stand to gain anything or lose anything. My intention is very simple. I feel for these families, I feel for these lost souls, and I want justice, right? It's as simple as that. Want justice for these innocent women. These things should never have happened, and whoever did it must be brought to justice and held accountable for it. It's as simple as that. So let's get on with these readings. Another thing, I will apologize in advance. I am not very tech savvy. I don't know how to put these things on pause and come back. So when my beautiful Saint Bernard wants some attention, I basically turn it off. And then if that happens, then I will do a part 1, 2, or 3. So hopefully I won't be disturbed because I took care of him today already. Gave him some love and affection and took him for his nth walk of the day. So anyway, let's get started. All right. So I'm going to do a couple of things. I have duplicate decks for some of my decks, so I may do that. I may decide to use 2 different decks, although the same. What am I trying to say? Let me show you. Let me show you really quick. For example, this one and this, I have 2 of the exact same decks. Okay, so that's what I mean to say. So that way at least we know the cards it's consistent, right? If I can get this opened. I am not necessarily going to or specifically going to shuffle the decks where there are reversals, but if perchance something does end up in the process of shuffling become a reversal, then I will take that for what it is and I will read it. So this is one deck I'm going to be using. It's a dual deck, the Dark Mirror Tarot. Let me get that one out too. I'm going to be using this as well. So and I may use another one. Okay. We'll see how it goes, okay? Depending on how I feel or what the energies are, I am going to use those decks. Now, just bear with me, y'all. It's going to be a bit of a long video, so hopefully y'all have the patience. So I got Suzanne's name as Suzanne, Suzanne, Renee, Rene, Morphew, Morphew, and her date of birth is April 30th, 1971. And Barry, I got his name is Barry, Barry, Lee, Morphew, and his date of birth is October 17th, 1967. And I'm not going to do much about the daughters unless something pops up specifically. I do have their first name. Again, this information, the daughters' names I got from the internet, obviously. Macy Morphew, Macy, Morphew, and Mallory, Mallory Morphew. So I don't know their middle names. I don't know their date of births. I'm not going to get into that because, you know, they're children, right? I do know one of them is a minor. Either way, let's protect the children, right? So the life path number for Suzanne is 25. Her personality number is 8 and her soul number is 9. Okay? And for Barry, his life path number is 5. His personality is 4 and his soul path is 22. For Macy Morphew, her life path number is 5 and Mallory is 6. Now one more time, for Macy and Mallory, I don't have their middle names. I don't have their date of birth. I'm just going off of their first and last name. That's it, okay? So this is what I'm going to say just now. And I'm going to pull some archetype cards first for Suzanne and Barry and see where that goes. Let me put this away. I don't have any more place here, y'all. I have to get some more storage type of a thing going on for my decks. So these are the archetype cards. That's for Suzanne. It's so weird. Look at this. So for Suzanne, this is what I got. Okay? I'm going to read that. The light attribute says awakens compassion and desire to serve other wounded children, opens the learning path of forgiveness. The shadow attribute says blames all dysfunctional relationships on childhood wounds, resists moving on through forgiveness. Okay? For Barry, I got, okay, it says light attributes independence based on learning to go it alone, conquering fear of surviving. Shadow attributes says feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. I'm going to do this numbers thing for them too. Okay, let me pull out this sheet and just keep it here just for the sake of reference. This is like I have got a whole bunch of scribbles over here. So these are all my chicken scratch scribbles for their thingies. And then I was like, I can't, I get confused. I may as well write it down neatly rather than have all of that. Okay. Whoops. Okay. For Suzanne, I got 10. 10 is time, okay, and 72 is dynamism, okay. I'm just going to get these things out of the way, and then we'll get into the main part of the reading. That's too many. That is too many. Ambition, corruption. So for Suzanne, I got ambition, and for Barry, I got corruption. Now, based upon this, I will tell, it's funny that both of them have got the child cards, okay? The child wounded and the child orphan, right? So I find it odd, oh actually not really, that they both have that here that's come out. So clearly you can see in this, there's positive and negative in every one of us, right? That's what we call the light attribute and the shadow attribute. I don't want to use the word dark attribute. Let's call it shadow attribute. We all have that, right? Personalities, all of us do. We have light and dark in us, right? Or the light and shadow in us. So definitely there is something going on. And the fact that both of them have got the child card over here, it's a little bit, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like it's so tied, this whole thing, it's so tied in with the fact that they have two kids. And somehow that's a very intrinsic part of this whole case about the children. I feel for sure that they had some disagreements regarding the children, okay? I also feel that between the two daughters, the younger one, I don't know which one. I don't know if Macy is the younger one or Mallory is the younger one. I really don't know. I didn't look that up. The younger child knows a lot more than she has said or spoke about. And I had also mentioned in my previous video that they are, like, a lot of people I know are asking, why aren't the children coming forward? Why aren't the children coming forward? Let me tell you, the energy I picked up was that the kids are really afraid of their dad. They are afraid of their father, Barry. Okay? And when things kind of come to the forefront, or when things start, as the case gets progressed even more, I feel the younger child is going to be instrumental in resolving this. So I feel really sorry for those kids. And y'all, the last time I did this reading for Suzanne, I felt an overwhelming emotion, like almost tearing up, and it's hitting me again for whatever reason. So let's get on with this. I feel the sadness. I feel the sadness. It's so, I don't know how to explain it. It's so sad. I really feel the sadness, that heaviness, it's laying on my chest. So, okay. So I'm going to set these aside for now, okay? I'm not going to put them back on the deck because we can pull them out again and refer to these. So where shall I set these cards? Somewhere where we don't get confused here. I don't want to have it upright. Okay, I'm going to leave them here, right? And then let's get on with these decks. Now, which one do I want to use? So, okay. Alright. Thank you for being patient, you guys. I just had to get out all the decks and, all that stuff. Did I get everything out? Okay. Okay. I'm going to do something here just so that I don't confuse myself, right? Bear with me, y'all, okay? I thank you all for your patience. Okay, just so. All right, so I got both their names written here, so I'll know which one is which. So Suzanne is going to be on my left and Barry is here on the right, okay? And again, I'm using the same deck. I have two of these decks, okay? Too many cards. Too many cards. Oh my goodness. How many did I get out here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6. I'm going to stop. Should I get one more? One more. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's just... You know what? Here. Let's do that. Bear with me, guys, okay? I'm just kind of trying to make space. Okay, there we go. So this one is for Suzanne. I'm going to pull 7 cards for Barry. Okay, I'm going to leave this here. And I'll show you all the cards as we go, okay? For sure, for sure. So for Suzanne, I got Queen of Wands, all right? 8 of Swords, 8 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, the Lover's card, 6 of Cups, Ace of Swords, okay? And for Barry, I have 5 of Cups, the Moon, the Queen of Cups, 5 of Wands, 8 of Swords, King of Wands reversed, and the Devil card. All right, so let's take it from the top. So for sure with this, I feel like, yes, absolutely. Queen of Wands, right? So what is it about the Queen of Wands? I feel like it's very much her energy. Wasn't she born on April 30th? So what does that make her? A Taurus, right? Doesn't that make her a Taurus? Where did that go? Hang on, you guys. You know, I keep telling myself I should be better organized, and then I'm like, yeah, I'm organized, and then I'm like, oh no, I'm not organized. Yeah, so she is a Taurian. I feel very, very strong energy, very enterprising. She did have the spirit of multitasking, and also a little bit feisty, a little bit self-assured, confident. But I also sense that she had a little bit of shyness to her, right? What's the word? Shy? Let me rephrase that. She would on occasion feel like she needed to kind of put up screens, not let people in to see her emotions. So would that be shyness, or would that just be kind of trying to protect herself? I don't know. And Eight of Swords, definitely she felt that she was bound. And did she have the opportunity to get out of this bind? I don't know. Eight of Cups. So what is Eight of Cups, right? Eight of Cups is withdrawal and wanting to move on and abandoning something. So I definitely feel like she was restricted, she was bound. She certainly wanted to, but she didn't know how to extract herself from the situation. She was trying, she wanted to, she didn't know how to. I do feel that there was an opportunity. Somebody gave her offered a helping hand. That's what I want to say. But she was too afraid to accept that because she didn't know what would happen if I took that offer. Somebody definitely offered her a helping hand. Somebody definitely did. And she was afraid to accept it. And then you have the Lovers card, which is the Gemini energy. It's love and friendship and partnership and duality and divine and earthly love. So she was definitely give me 1 second, you guys. Was there somebody from her past, okay, who she might have dated? Okay, guys, when I say things like this, please know I'm in no way disrespecting Suzanne or anybody, okay? I'm just giving you the messages as I get them, okay? So don't shoot the messenger. And this by no means is a bad thing. Somebody from her past who Suzanne might have dated or might have liked but didn't go any further with that relationship before she got married to Barry, might have come back into her life, and he's the one who might have offered her a helping hand to get out of this situation. Okay? Nostalgia, reunions. And then you have the Ace of Swords, which is mental clarity, right? It's of course new ideas, new conflict, surgeries, mental clarity. It could also mean striking something. It's like off with your head type of thing, wanting to eliminate, like boom, gone, right? So, and we'll get further into this, but I truly feel that there were moments when Suzanne kind of just shut her emotions down. She kind of just withdrew, completely withdrew. And simply because she might have felt partly afraid and might have also felt like, oh, this is my lot, I'm going to, I don't have a way out. She was wanting to find a way out, but somehow she couldn't extract herself. If she were, how shall I phrase it? I'm kind of struggling to find the right words here. If she had a little bit more time, I'm sure she would have extracted herself from this relationship and she would have got on with her life. She just didn't have enough of time to get going on what she wanted to do so that she can kind of part ways from this individual. She definitely felt restricted, okay? Definitely, for sure. Eight of Cups, right? Withdrawal. She wanted to move on. She was like, okay, fine. I'm going to extract myself. I'm going to try to extract myself and I'm going to move on. Somebody did offer a helping hand to get her out of the situation. I do believe it was somebody from her past who she might have dated or, had a relationship briefly before she met Barry or whatever. Okay. Came back into her life. Nostalgia. Definitely offered her help and said it's very easy. You can just strike it off and just clear the, cut the relationship. Like, just cut it. But she wasn't brave enough to do it because she was all about the kids. Okay, now let's look at this guy. I want to call him the Fool, okay? I almost said, let's look at this Fool. I have no good words for him or kind words for him. So we have Five of Cups. Okay? It's loss, regret, grief, feeling abandoned or unloved. Then we have the Moon. Definitely a lot is hidden for sure. Then we have the Queen of Cups, right? Very emotional. There is somebody in his life who is that emotional support for him. And Five of Wands, right? Five of Wands is all about rivalry, challenges, and obstacles. Eight of Swords, he felt restricted to. King of Wands in the reverse. He was construed as being a bold leader and power and charming and courageous, but he definitely did not feel it. And then you have the Devil card. It's Capricornian energy, deviant sexual dependencies, right? It's that deviousness. It's a codependent relationship. That's strings attached. Somebody trying to pull your strings, or you trying to pull somebody's strings. I will say this one more time, and I think I said this in the last video. I truly believe that he was fighting, for sure, to keep some information quiet. I believe Suzanne was aware of what was going on, and he was afraid that she was going to throw it out in the open, and he did not want that to happen because he was afraid for his self and his image, his self, his ego, and his business. Okay? I definitely feel that. There is definitely a codependent relationship with somebody else, a third person, for sure. Okay? And he did not feel like the courageous, strong leader anymore. He certainly didn't. He definitely felt bound. Okay? And restricted. He is unable to extract himself from this situation, and I think it is tied to his business. And he is definitely struggling to keep his head above waters. I wouldn't be surprised if it's a business alliance that's kind of gone astray, and that's what might have started this whole thing. Now there's one more thing I will tell you. Another energy that I'm picking up on, and guys, don't bite my head off. I do believe that Barry might have introduced a concept or the idea of, and okay, like I said, I'm going to say it like I received the messages. Introduce the idea or concept of swinging, an alternative lifestyle. She definitely did not want to be on board with that. Okay, definitely did not. Suzanne was not on board with that because I feel Suzanne was also a little bit conservative, right, in her views in life. She wasn't that liberal. So I feel like she was not on board with that, more so particularly because of whom he was wanting to include in that little thingy. She did not want that. And that alliance thingy, I think, is also tied to his business or his work. And much against her wishes, he, I'm sure, has said, fine, then I'll go by myself, and he did. She was not too happy with that. One more thing I see. Like a mantelpiece, like a mantle, right, for your fireplace or whatever. And I see like a stack of what you call those thingies, those dinner napkins, right? Those cloth napkins we have when we set our dinner tables and all that stuff nicely to show our guests, right? And other times we're just using paper towels, right? Well, I'm just trying to be funny about it, but no, a stack of napkins folded, and she saw something between that or under that that kind of shocked her. I don't know what it is. That's the image I'm getting. Okay? Another image I see is something to do with shoes. Men's shoes. Something to do with a particular pair of shoes. She sees it and she kind of flips out. And they have an argument regarding that. Now that's really weird, but that's what I'm getting. Okay. Couple of things I'm going to do here is I'm going to get, let's get these cards. And then we'll ask specific questions, and I'll use my pendulum, okay, for guidance on that. Too many cards. Alright, I thought I had a tissue here. Excuse me, guys. Okay. So I have fanatism and hypocrisy, luxury, impossible plans, catastrophe and haste, slavery. Contemplation, pride, fountain of wisdom, submission to higher order, ego and hate. Really? Do I need to say anything more? So, slavery for sure. I think she felt that she was definitely enslaved to this individual. There was definitely, she felt that urgency and that need. She knew it was catastrophic, the situation she was in, and she had to hastily find a way out. But I feel, the reason I feel so much heaviness is she just didn't know how to get out of this situation, you guys. It just, that one thing keeps playing in my head. I feel like if she had more time, if she somehow had more time, she could have got out of this relationship and she would have been alive and fine. And that's what's bugging me. It was definitely a catastrophic kind of a situation, and she knew things were going to happen and she really wanted to get out in haste. But for some reason, she was unable to accept help from that other individual. I think she was thinking about her kids, because she felt, if I do this, then what's going to happen to my kids? He would have definitely fought to keep the kids with him. Okay, impossible plans. Okay, for sure. She felt her plans, if she made any plans, would be almost impossible to get out of this situation. I definitely think so. On the other hand, the sense of luxury, false sense of security, materialistic luxurious stuff and false sense of security that Barry provided, she did also struggle with that, because let's face it, Suzanne did like the fine things in life. She certainly did. Okay, she enjoyed the fine things in life. She was probably the kind of person who would spend money on one big item, but it's a quality item, rather than buy little things that took her fancy that really didn't have much value to it. You know what I mean? Okay. She definitely was kind of used to that particular certain lifestyle, right? Like that luxurious lifestyle, having the means to entertain people and have these nice dinners and sit down dinners and this, that and all that. She definitely knew how to do that and keep home and keep a nice house and all. And she kind of liked that. So she was, you know how sometimes we are afraid that we're used to a particular lifestyle and then how are we going to manage without it? So it was a conflict between the materialistic needs and wants, as opposed to the mental and emotional securities, needs and wants. She did have a little bit of that struggle. She certainly did. And then the fanatism and hypocrisy. She did see the hypocrisy in the image that they portrayed out in society, right? I mean, she was like, everybody sees us as this perfect ideal couple and all that. Little do they know what nonsense is going on inside, right? She did see that. She did find it hypocritical, and she did feel that, if only people knew what was going on inside. I will tell you this. As far as physical violence is concerned, I feel it was not so much as what he did to her constantly over a period of time, as that subtle innuendos or those subtle threats. Like, I feel that she was afraid he might just blow up at any time. So she was for a period of time walking on eggshells. So for her, balancing that, I will tell you, took a drain on her. I mean, it did drain her emotions. It did drain her spirit, if you will. And somebody please tell me in the comment section, was Suzanne struggling with migraines? Okay. And migraines and shoulder, on the left shoulder pain. She was struggling with that for sure for a long period of time. Migraines and shoulder pain. Couple of other things that are coming to my whatever, how do you call it, mind, is there have been times when Barry has given her something to help with the migraine and the shoulder pain. She did not take it all the time, but a couple of times she did, and she did not like how it affected her. So she said, no, I'm not going to take it anymore. So whatever that something is, I don't know, but clearly it's not prescription, right? Contemplation for Barry. And then pride, no kidding. Fountain of wisdom. Submission to a higher order. Ego and hate. Like I said, as far as his business is concerned, this is somehow in a weird way tied, I think, to an individual in his business circle. Maybe a silent partner or maybe a active partner. I don't know. There was some exchange of monies over there that might have kind of gone bad for him, and he was stressing about that too. But he also wanted to maintain that level of that image, because like I said in the last video, very egotistical person for sure. There was a lot of pride, a lot of ego. He did feel like he had that very leonine kind of energy, right? That I'm the boss and like I'm a good leader and come to me and I will lead you type of thing. I have a feeling, as far as you see this card here that's popped up, which is submission to a higher order, he definitely was fighting that, because I feel somebody was knocking on his door and saying, okay, time to pay up type of situation. And he did not want to give in to that, or he didn't have the means to resolve that situation, definitely. This whole thing is certainly tied to his monies and assets for sure. He has moved funds around even before Suzanne went missing. He certainly did move funds around. For sure. And she was not aware of it. He did contemplate, believe it or not, you guys, believe it or not, call me silly, call me crazy, whatever. I feel there was a time where Barry did contemplate ending his life. It was his ego and pride that kept him from doing that, but he did contemplate ending his life. For sure. So if anybody knows anything about that, please let me know. Now, I wanted to do a spread for the two in between. I'm trying to think which deck should I use. Weird energy. 10/17, correct? That's his birthday, right? Barry's 10/17. Where is Libra? Is he a Libra? Wait, October 22nd. No. Yeah, he's a Libra. And she is a Taurus. Suzanne was definitely a little bit conservative and Barry was a little bit liberal. I don't know how long they were married to each other, but 23, if they have been married for that long or longer than that, then the 23rd year of their marriage or their relationship was very critical in when things really changed for them and for Barry in particular. So somebody let me know how long they've been in a relationship, either married or been together as a couple. But the year 23 in, that's when things really changed. Yeah, this is so weird. No, he could not do that for sure. Yeah. Y'all, I think in my last video I had said there is a female who's somehow related in his business who has been providing, whispering in Barry's ears. I feel that energy is still around, telling him he's unique, waiting for the right time, solitude, the art of dying, how to, accepting oneself, and we'll tie it all, avoiding excesses, being careful, renew yourself, the cosmic joke, experiencing chaos. Okay? It was definitely a chaotic couple of days before she actually went missing or when she was reported missing. One more thing I'll tell you. I think it was a friend or the neighbor or somebody who reported her missing on May 10th. That's what I saw on the news. But Suzanne's been missing a couple of days before that actually. Or even a day before or a couple of days. Definitely 24 to 48 hours before she was reported missing, she's gone. So there was definitely chaotic the couple of days before, okay? And this cosmic joke is going to come around to affect this guy. You watch. And it says renew yourself. He definitely felt that if he removed her from the picture, he would have a new beginning or a new start. Be careful. He did not heed his intuition, right? There was a part of him that was struggling. I would say there was a part of him that didn't have the nerve to do it, and it's because of that other female who was influencing him. I wouldn't say she pulled the trigger or she forced him to do it. It's the way she was subtle innuendos. It might have kind of got him thinking, and that's what might have led him to do this. Okay, avoiding all excesses. Definitely withdrew for a bit. Kind of restricted, kind of try to portray this image of, okay, I'm going to streamline things and I'm going to avoid all these extras, whatever, and I'm going to try to bring it all together. Accepting oneself, yeah, I don't think he did. He was not willing to accept. The art of dying, definitely looked up the ways it could be done. Definitely. Solitude. Did Barry go off on a trip of his own a couple of weeks or a month before all this happened? Definitely was seeking solitude. He decided to wait. Right? You are unique. He feels like he is unique for sure, and he feels for sure like he deserves better or expects better, and somehow he feels like Suzanne was stopping him from that leap, that other step, the next step. Definitely work related, you guys. Definitely tied into his business. 100%. Somebody needs to look at the forensic accountant or something needs to look at his books, and there will be a hint or a clue over there for sure. Somebody has to. I hope they do forensic accounting kind of stuff, because that's going to kind of really shed some light on this. Come on. I very rarely take out this deck, you guys, but it has always answered my questions, so we will use what we will use today. Okay. Please show me what I need to see. Show me what I need to see.
Unknown caller.
Woo! Scared me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What in the world? Guys, I'm so sorry. I thought I switched off my phone. Dang it. So mad at myself right now. I lost my pen. I'm so sorry, you guys. I apologize. Let me put it on airplane mode so nobody tries to... What? How do you even do that? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I apologize. I don't know how I forget. Okay. So we have Knight of Pentacles, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is a reliable person who has patience and hard work, who's willing to work hard, right? God, guys, you know what I think? I think this fellow, this Barry, this fool, he was very meticulous. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. He did think about this. He almost gave up this idea. But somehow he felt like, I have to take the plunge, or else I won't be able to get away from that business partner or whoever. I feel like there's some money issues there. So he planned this, and very meticulous in his planning, very careful in his planning, very meticulous. So he's thunk it out. He has thunk it out for sure. Eight of Swords again, y'all. Kills by drowning. Wow. Do we even know? We haven't even found Suzanne, right? Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to stop. I'm getting the chills right now. Okay, I'm going to stop. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay. So I don't know if this fool has a boat or whatever. I think for sure it's death by water. Y'all. Something to do with the boat being towed. Y'all, for sure. This is really, really... I don't know if he has a boat. If he does, somebody let me know. I'd like to know for sure. Oh, that's kind of... Did Suzanne die by drowning? Did Suzanne die by drowning? Please show me clearly. Please show me clearly. Thank you. Somebody please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. I definitely think that she was... It's a water death in water. It doesn't make sense at all. So I definitely see... I don't see a boat on the water. I see it being towed by a vehicle. Like on the road, you see people towing boats, right? That's what I see. And I feel she was definitely, yep, for sure. Can you please confirm, did Suzanne die by water? Was it death by drowning? Was it death by drowning? Please show me with clarity. Was it death by drowning? Thank you. Do her children know how she died? Do her children know how she died? Please show me clearly. Do her children know how she died? Do her children know how she died? Please show me clearly. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so for sure, let me see if Neptune pops up. I have Leo 11. Mercury. Oh my goodness. Leo, for sure. If any of y'all know, oh my god, this thing is frozen again. I'm so mad at this. Ah, frustrating. Come on, camera, don't freeze on me. So, if any of y'all know if this fool has a boat, let me know what the name of it is, because I see Leonine, I see Mercury, and I see 11. So, alright, moving on. I hope this thing has not frozen on me, you guys. It's so frustrating. I don't know how to fix this. Oh, very, very frustrating. Come on. Okay, I'm going to stop it and I'm going to start another set. See, I hate this. I'm going to stop and start another section, okay? Another part, because this thing is frozen.